Thousands of people get excited about model railroading every year. They buy some trains, they get some track, they run some trains, they might even start a layout, build some bench work, and then 6 months later, they quit. Not because they've stopped loving trains, not because the hobby isn't fun. Most beginners quit for a handful of reasons. Most of them are avoidable. My name is George, this is the Model Railroad Show, and today we're talking about reasons beginners quit model railroading and how you can avoid becoming one of them. All right, welcome back to the show. Give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button if you haven't. It's free, doesn't cost you a dime. I'm talking about how to make sure you don't become somebody who quits model railroading, all right? And a lot of reasons people quit or people lose interest are really preventable. The worst one, I'm going to call it the empire problem. People get into model railroading, they decide they are going to build this huge layout, maybe an entire bedroom, maybe an entire basement, and they've never built a layout before, but they've seen it on the pages of Model Railroader, they've seen it on the internet, and they're like, you know what, that's what I'm doing. And what happens is they get bogged down, they get overwhelmed. Basement layouts can be complicated with track work, with wiring, with time commitment, and money. So start small, and maybe start small with a shelf layout or something you can incorporate into a larger empire once you build your skills and you're ready to take that feat on. Unrealistic expectations, like so many things in social media, YouTube, Instagram, wherever it is that you're consuming your model railroad content, social media can give you unrealistic expectations. You might come in, you might see a layout, and you'll see somebody come on who build a model. Some people on YouTube, they've been modeling for 20, 30 years. They come in, they use paint effects and things that you have yet to learn. It's a road you've yet to travel, and you need to learn those skills. So when you turn around and do something and it doesn't look like what you saw online, or this model didn't seem to weather like what I saw in the video weather or I saw in a magazine weather, it takes time to get those skills. Set reasonable expectations for yourself. Like I said in the last one, it's a skill hobby. It takes time. You'll get it with practice. Another reason, too much complexity too fast. Model Railroad, we've got DCC, sound decoders, wiring, signaling, JMRI, operations, programming, so many things, what you call like the technology trap in model railroading today. And model railroading can be very simple. It can be a transformer with two wires hooked up to a loop. But bigger layouts can get more advanced, electronically more advanced, and learn one thing at a time, and just don't learn the basics before you dive into the deep end. The reality of it is, you may never learn JMRI. You may never want something like that. And so don't get bogged down with everything. Start simple, progress step by step, master one thing at a time. Derailments and track work. Listen, nothing kills enthusiasm more than getting a locomotive and having just laid that track, and every 3 feet your locomotive stalls, or every time it hits a turnout your locomotive stalls. Nothing will take the wind out of somebody's sails more than, and frustrates you more than, bad track work. And honestly, this is a skill. If you're going to build a layout, you have to take some time and learn. You have to learn how to solder, what a good solder joint looks like. All right, how to solder track without it melting on either side of you. So a lot of little skills to laying track work, how to wire a turnout properly, how often you should have feeders. All right, again, take the time, learn the skill. Track work is the basis of your layout. It is the fundamental of everything that you're going to build upon, and it will really determine how much you and other people will enjoy your layout. Next one's, again, the hobby spending trap. This is not a cheap hobby. I mean, it doesn't have to be a crazy expensive hobby, but it's not a cheap hobby. And a lot of beginners, man, they burn themselves out financially. They start buying locomotives and rolling stock and a bunch of track and turnouts, and all of a sudden you've dropped, $2 or $3 grand in model railroad stuff and DCC and tools, and it's crazy. Buy slow in the beginning, buy with intention, and buy with a plan. If there's a road that you're going to model, then start to collect that stuff. If you've picked an error that you want to model, start collecting stuff from that error. Don't, willy-nilly buy all kinds of stuff in the beginning because, you're going to collect and have it be cool. I mean, if you're going to model the PRR, you probably don't need to be buying many UP engines, right? And vice versa. So buy with intention, buy slowly, and just don't buy random stuff that, hits you at the moment. And finally, if you saw a video that I put up, I'll put a card up here if I think about getting a card up here. is don't go at it alone. Join a club, join an NMRA, go to train shows, find some like-minded people. There is no better learning than learning with and from other people. Fire up YouTube, watch some model railroading channels. There's a bunch that you can watch that are really, really great. Join some Facebook groups, ask questions. Everybody starts at this hobby in the same place, really, at zero, with a love of trains from when you were a kid, and now you've kind of gotten back into the hobby because you have that time, and the hobby has changed. Find some friends, find some like-minded people, learn from people. It will help you tackle the learning curve a lot faster, get you to enjoying trains a lot more, a lot quicker. So don't go at it alone. How to fix a stay in a hobby. Like I said, I had a list. I have a little note here. Start smaller than you want. Tackle something that you can work on and learn some basic skills. Take something start building a layout that requires basic skills, like some scenery, maybe a bridge, some water, some pavement, all these little skills that will go into a larger layout. Make sure you're incorporating them into your starter layout. Maybe build some modules, some T-track modules. All right, great way to get started. Start small. You won't overwhelm yourself. The next one is focus on reliable operation. Like I said, track work, track work, track work. If your trains are running well, you're going to have one less thing to be frustrated at, and you'll be able to enjoy those trains running. Learn one skill at a time. Don't overwhelm yourself. Learn that track work, get the wiring down, then maybe get into scenery, then learn more about DCC and DCC programming. Maybe at that point you want to advance into operations or JMRI, but don't do it all at once. Tackle one skill at a time. You'll be in a much better place. Don't compare yourself to the experts that you see on YouTube. I mean, I'm no expert, but there are people out there who are really great modelers. They've been doing it for a long time, 20, 30, 40 years, some of them. Don't compare yourself to that. You are starting off on this journey from wherever it is you're starting off on. So one brick at a time, one rail at a time. Don't worry about it. Don't get overwhelmed. Don't compare yourself to people who are way ahead of you in their journey. And hey, finally, enjoy progress, not perfection. Don't kid yourself. None of our layouts are ever finished, but enjoy improving, 1 month at a time, one project at a time, one building at a time. If you do something a little bit better in each structure you build, you're eventually going to be turning out some really, really nice structures. One thing at a time, practice, practice, practice. It'll get better. All right, so let me ask you, have you almost quit model railroading? Maybe you did quit model railroading and now you're getting back into it. And if you did, were any of these the reasons that you quit? Listen, if this video saves one person from giving up on this hobby, then it was worth my time coming down here to record it. And thank you for watching. My name is George. This is the Model Railroad Show. Hit that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, ring the bell, and I will catch you in the next one.